Hey everybody, Mike here, welcome back. As we continue to learn about Google Sheets, I wanted to take a minute to teach you how to sort data within your Google Sheets spreadsheet. This one is really easy, so let's just jump right in and let's figure it out. So here we have a sample financial report. We've got a lot of data here. We have a bunch of columns. If we just kind of look at the data really quickly, we have, we'll focus on a couple of columns. We have one is gross sales, and all of these sales are also categorized by product name, by country, and by market segment. In this case, government, mid-market, channel partner, and so on. So the point is we have a lot of data here. So what we can do with Google Sheets, there's a couple of ways we can sort. One, we can actually sort the entire sheet very easily, and we can do that by going up to Data and going to Sort Sheet. And you'll see here by default, it says Sort Sheet by column A to Z, or Sort Sheet by column A, Z to A. So the way you can look at this is A to Z. If we're looking at letters, it's self-explanatory, right? It's going to be alphabetical. If we are trying to sort a numerical column, right, there's a bunch of numbers, then it will be ascending. So it will start at the lowest value and go to the highest if we select A to Z. And if we select Z to A, it will be descending. We'll have the largest numbers on top, the smallest ones on bottom. Now, what we really got to focus on here is where it says Sort Sheet by column A. What this means is if I click anywhere in column A, or I click the column itself, the header, and I click Data, Sort Sheet, this is basically saying it will organize the entire sheet in all of the rows. It'll sort them, categorizing based on all of these market names, right? Or these segment names, I'm sorry. So, you know, government, mid-market, etc. So if we say Sort Sheet by column A to Z, let's click that. And we see it sorts in alphabetical order as we expected. So we have channel partners first. If we scroll down, we have enterprise, government, well, we should see mid-market down there, and so on. You kind of get the point. That's okay. That's kind of at a very basic level how we can sort, but we don't have to sort just based on that one column, of course. Maybe instead I want to say, you know what, I want to sort on, let's go back. I'm going to Command Z back there. So one thing is, it would have been nice is having this header frozen. Let's actually do that real quick. All right, so I just froze the header really quick. We went over that previously. So I just went ahead and did that. And the reason I did that is so that if we sort again using that same tool, so exact same thing we just did, we see now it sorts all of the data, but it leaves the header intact. So this is a sample data set, so I didn't realize that wasn't frozen, but hopefully you get the idea. So that's how you would get away from that problem of where it kind of sorted our header on accident. So, all right, what I want to focus now is, like I said, though, maybe we want to focus on sorting another column, right? Column H. We have gross sales. I want to organize this spreadsheet by the largest sales. I want them to be at top, regardless of where they were sold, product name, or anything like that. So all you have to do is highlight that column, or like I said, you can actually click anywhere in the column. It's all the same. And from there, again, we can go to Data, we can go to Sort Sheet, and now you see it says Sort Sheet by column H. So it automatically picks up on the column we're in at that moment, and it will sort based on that column. Pretty self-explanatory. So in our case, we do want it to start with the largest number and go down. So we want descending order, which in this case would be Sort Sheet by column H, Z to A. That would be descending. So let's click that. We see it organized the entire, or sorted the entire spreadsheet based on column H successfully. We have the largest sales at top. So that's really all there is to that piece. Now I want to go into this a bit more granular because there's another option that's really powerful here. So let me go ahead and actually go back here. So we're going to unsort that. And actually we're still sorted by column A from before, but that's okay. So what I want to do here is we're going to actually select the entire spreadsheet here, and I'm going to go to Data, and I'm going to go to Sort Range, and then I'm going to go to Advanced Range Sorting Options. So what this is really allowing us to do is get very granular with our sorting. So for example, let's say, actually before we do this, let's say what we want to do is first sort by country. So we want all of Canada's sales together. Then we want all of France's sales together. But within Canada's and France and all the other countries, we want to have column H, our gross sales, go from top to bottom, right? So this way you can very quickly see what are the largest sales for each country as you go through this spreadsheet. So to do that, all we have to do is start here. We select data has header row. That's our first row that we selected. That's the one I froze. So we'll click that. Now it says sort by. We'll change that to country. And we'll sort country in alphabetical order. So Canada will be first and so on, right? And then we're going to click add another sort column. This is where we get into. So first we're going to organize the entire spreadsheet by country. Now we are going to say, and then by, and we'll say, I think we were going to do, what was it? Gross sales right there. And then this is the key. We're going to do Z to A, which is descending. So the larger numbers on top, and that's it. Now from there, I can go ahead and hit sort. And look at this. This is super cool, actually. So now we've got all of Canada's sales. So just kind of highlighting some of those. But look at this. We see that we do have it organized from top to bottom, from largest sales to smaller. And if we go down through our spreadsheet to another country, let's see, we have France there. We have right here, this is the largest sale for France. So we did successfully sort it in two different ways based on not only the country, but also the gross sales column as well. So that is how you get into the more advanced sorting features. And actually, as you see, it's pretty easy. Now, the last thing I want to talk about is one more feature here in terms of sorting that is available. And what that is let's select, let's just pick one. It doesn't really matter. We'll pick, let's go ahead and pick gross sales again. So we select column H. Now, if we go back to data and we go to sort range this time, not sort sheet, what sort range is basically it's saying it will only sort the data you have selected and nothing else. So generally speaking, this is not something I want to do to an entire column in this case, because it actually mixes my data up. But let me show you what it'll do. So keep your eye on all of the data around the one we've selected. So if I hit sort range by column H, you see that? It only sorted column H and nothing else. So that's the takeaway from this video that you should definitely keep with you is sort range is only sort that selected range. Sort sheet is sort the whole sheet based on whatever column you tell it. That's really all there is to it. I know we went through a lot, but hopefully you found this useful. If you did, definitely, you gotta subscribe. That's kind of like a requirement. You gotta subscribe. I can't believe I just told you, you have no choice, you gotta subscribe. That's all there is. I hope you found it useful again. Stay safe and healthy. Until next time, stay nerdy.